The sun in the deep south isn't just light, it's a force that presses down on everything. It makes the air thick, like breathing through a wet cloth. This heat is in our bones, part of our summers and our stories. But now, it's changing, becoming a monster, relentless and unforgiving. Thermometers hit 110, and the world outside shimmers like a fever dream. This is survival season. The heat is a silent killer. It creeps in, settles over towns, finds the weak spots in our homes and bodies. Air conditioners sputter, fans just push hot air around. For many, there's no escape. The air itself becomes the enemy. Weather reports become a countdown to disaster. The land surrenders. Grass turns brittle, rivers shrink, cicadas buzz in alarm. People hide indoors, but the nights bring little relief. Heat clings to concrete, radiating long after sunset. Life slows, routines break down. Even walking to the mailbox is dangerous. The heat saps strength, hope, and will. It isolates, trapping people in overheated homes. In that silence, danger grows. The quiet in a small, hot house can be more terrifying than any storm. It's the silence of a body giving up, a life slipping away under the sun's heavy hand. This is the world we now face. The heat is no longer just a part of summer. It's a threat we can't ignore, and it's only getting worse. The elderly are our storytellers, the roots of our families. But in this heat, they're the most fragile. Their bodies can't cool down like they used to. Thirst fades, and chronic illnesses make things worse. Medications can interfere with the body's ability to handle heat. Many elders live in old homes with poor insulation and little or no air conditioning. When the power fails, their sanctuary becomes a trap. Poverty forces impossible choices: run the AC or buy groceries. Many live alone, with no one to check on them. The fear of a high bill can be stronger than the fear of the heat. Their fragility isn't weakness, it's circumstance. Age, health, and isolation make them vulnerable. In this new era of heat, they walk a tightrope every day, and too often they walk it alone. When the heat emergency hits, chaos follows. Evacuation is a frantic race, not a calm process. For elders on walkers or in buildings without elevators, leaving is nearly impossible. Communication is a challenge. Many are isolated, hard of hearing, or offline. Volunteers and paramedics carry people downstairs, through cluttered halls. Ambulances and buses become lifelines, but there are never enough. Cooling centers are crowded and overwhelming for the frail. Some elders refuse to leave, clinging to their homes and pets. "I've lived through hot summers before," they say, not realizing this heat is different. The scramble is always incomplete. Some are missed, some are left behind. The system strains, haunted by the knowledge that not everyone will make it to safety. The heat exposes every weakness in our emergency plans, and every summer, the stakes get higher. The scramble for safety is a race we can't afford to lose. Martha, 82, sat in her Mississippi home as her AC failed. For 2 days, she fanned herself, too proud to call for help. A mail carrier found her, barely conscious. Heatstroke had nearly claimed her life. Her story is a warning about pride and isolation. James, a 76-year-old veteran in Alabama, ran his AC for just an hour a day. He couldn't afford more. When told to evacuate, he refused to leave his old dog, Buddy. A volunteer named Sarah brought ice, water, and a fan, and dog food for Buddy. She stayed, talked, and promised to return. James survived, not because he left, but because someone cared enough to check. These stories reveal the hidden dangers: isolation, pride, impossible choices. But they also show the power of small acts of kindness. In the heart of the heat, survival often comes down to a knock on the door. The difference between life and death can be a simple act of noticing. These are the voices we must listen to. Their stories are warnings. and calls to action. The heat tests our compassion as much as our endurance, and every story is a lesson in what it means to care. In the Deep South, these voices echo long after the sun sets. When official systems falter, community steps up. It starts with a knock on a neighbor's door. People know who lives alone, who needs help, and they check in. Churches and charities organize phone trees and send volunteers with water and cool cloths. They don't just drop supplies, they stay, talk, and look for signs of heat exhaustion. Libraries and fire stations open as cooling centers. Businesses donate water and fans. These small, practical actions create a safety net. Community spirit is the antidote to isolation. A visit breaks the monotony and brings vital human connection. The sound of a friendly voice can be a lifeline. In the silence of an overheated home, a neighbor's knock is hope. It's a promise. You are not forgotten. This is how we fight the heat. Together, one door at a time. The community's care is as vital as any emergency plan. In the Deep South, neighbors are the first responders. Community action saves lives now, but we need long-term solutions. Weatherizing homes for low-income seniors, better insulation, sealed windows, shade trees can make a difference. Modern, efficient air conditioning should be accessible to all. Cities must fight urban heat islands by planting trees and using cooler materials. Technology can help better alert systems, medical devices that detect heat stroke, and subsidized electricity during emergencies. Public health education must be constant. Clear, practical advice on staying cool and recognizing danger. Information should be accessible, in large print, and everywhere seniors gather. Building a culture of heat awareness is an investment in safety. These aren't luxuries, they're survival tools in a warming world. The future demands resilience, not just reaction. We must prepare our communities now. The next heat wave is coming. Let's be ready. Hope isn't a strategy, preparedness is. Every family needs a heat plan. Know the signs of heat illness, have emergency contacts, and check on elders daily. Communities must map vulnerable residents and pre-identify cooling centers with transportation. Communication must be clear and fast. Government must fund weatherization, utility help, and cooling centers, and strengthen the power grid. Regulations should require landlords to provide safe, cool housing. A plan without resources is just paper. The power of a plan is that it empowers everyone, individuals, communities, and government. When the heat comes, we won't be caught off guard. We'll know who to call, where to go, and what to do. A plan is our declaration. We will not be passive victims. We will be prepared, and we will protect our most vulnerable. When the heat wave breaks, relief is mixed with reflection. We remember the stories of those saved and the heroes who stepped up. But there are silences, the empty chair, the neighbor found too late. Each loss is a tragedy, a story cut short. These echoes force us to ask, could we have done more? The aftermath is a time for mourning and for learning. The silence pushes us to strengthen our networks and improve our plans. The memory of loss becomes motivation. It drives us to knock on one more door, make one more call. The echoes of the past shape a safer future. The sun will return, but so will our resolve. The silence will not be the end of the story. Our elders are the foundation of our lives. They've weathered storms and shaped our world. Now, as they face deadly heat, we owe them protection. This is more than duty. It's a promise. We must see heat waves as disasters and elder vulnerability as a call to action. Awareness must spread from homes to government. Action means checking on neighbors, volunteering, and advocating for better policies. It means building communities where no one is forgotten. How we care for our elders defines us. Let's promise they won't face the heat alone. Let's make their homes safe havens, not traps. In the Deep South, Let this be our vow to honor, protect, and cherish the generation that gave us everything, until their very last days.